Closing the deal. Closing the deal is simply completing the sale in a faster and in a seducing manner. In this, there are various steps that will help you in closing the deal. We call them the 5 steps in closing the deal. Before I talk about the closing the deal steps, you can be talking about the product. You can be selling a product. You can be doing sales. But at the end of the day, you talk more about it. You do the showing, do the presentation, you do whatever it takes, the short story, and then at the end of the day, the customer has to buy. Closing the deal now is a process that now engages or makes the customer to buy. Is the final step to buying the product. It is what or is the steps that makes the customer to make a decision faster. That's why you say closing the deal is completing the sale in a faster and in a seducing manner. 5 steps to closing the deal. Step number 1. Notice signs of buying. And this can be done through verbal or visual clues. For example, if you talk about the visual clues, in this, the client asks questions for more information and they make agreeable sounds. Talk about the visual clues. The client starts smiling, nodding the head, or eyes light up. Showing the signs of positivity. These the signs of positivity in buying or in the purchase. Step number 2, lead the client to decision. Lead the client to decision. In this, repeat what the client had already said. In this process, repeat what the client had already said. For example, you can say, just as you said, you need a black trouser. Or just as you said, you need a black chair. Or just as you said, you need a plot 80 by 30. Just as you said, in such a way, certainly, when you do that, we call it you're leading the client. You're leading the client by repeating the questions that the client had before. Step number 3, start writing the order. Start writing the order. Make notes on the sales forms. Pretend it's not. Pretend it's just so you don't forget. Just pretend that you're writing that you don't forget. After notice the signs of buying and began to lead the customer, you take a pen and the sales form. You pretend to be noting down, and you write down as you keenly watch or you keenly observe the client. When you're doing this, it will make the customer to buy in a faster way, and it will lead the customer in making a faster decision. And the decision here is the decision to buy the product or decision to purchase the product. Step number 4, stay calm. In this step, don't change your tone, manner, or pace, or the manner of talking. Remain calm. Maintain warm, friendly style. Maintain warm, friendly style. Warm, friendly style. Maintain the warm, friendly style, so that the customer don't get scared away Avoid causing pressure to walk away the customer. Sometimes this may spoil the sale or may ruin the closer. Remember, it is better not to close the deal than throw in a sale. Step number 5. Use a planned pause. Take a pause before you answer and listen to the question rightly. Mostly sales are made when you answer the questions rightly, or when you answer the questions of the customer, the question of the client rightly. When they are convinced, that is when they make a decision to purchase the product. Another thing we shall talk about here in closing the deal is closing strategies. Closing strategies. Let me take a note of that. That is one strategy. Let me take a note of that. After listening to the client, you say, let me take a note of that. And you pretend to be writing. Begin to complete the sale forms. Here, always carry your sales forms with you. These are very important points to note. Always carry your sales forms with you. Share the sales forms with your customer or the client. Explain that you usually write down notes to save the customer repeating themselves. That is in case you see the customer become suspicious. You try to explain that you normally have this so that you avoid repetition of questions from the client. Number 2 strategy is what we call reduction to ridiculous. Reduction to ridiculous. When customer concern is raised, especially on the costs, what are you supposed to do? When a customer complains of the high price, what are you supposed to do? Here, we say, when cost concern is raised, find out what their budget is. Find out the budget of the customer. When he was going to buy, at what price was he expecting to buy with? What was his cost? From there, you'll be able to negotiate. You'll be able to reduce the price depending on the budget of the client. And when the budget of the client is too low, you simply tell the customer that it is very possible. After calculating the profit margin that you are going to get from the sale. Two top tips for closing the deal. 2 top tips for closing the deal. Number 1 tip: shut up and wait. Shut up and wait. Wait to hear the answer. Never talk over the client. Wait to hear the answer. After you've explained the importance of the product, after you've explained the cost, wait to hear from the client or the customer. Don't talk over the customer. Wait to hear from the client. Number 2, similar situations. Similar situation is another top tips for closing the deal. In the similar situation here, talk about the previous clients. Talk about the previous sales that you had made, and say to the customer or say to the client, I just sold this product yesterday, or I just sold this product to the client the other day and they bought it, or the response from the client was very positive about the product and about the benefits of the product. And they sometimes will help you close the deal. Bridging the close. Another topic here under closing the deal is what we call bridging the cross. How to bridge the cross? Step number 1, apologize if necessary. If necessary, apologize. Always avoid chest thumping. Avoid doing that. Always apologize. Another bridge here. Number 2. Step number 2 is ask a lead questions. Ask a lead question. Example, in this, you can say, it feels like we have covered all your questions. Shall we get down to the admin? Another question you can ask, you have seen this product and I've shown you this at their price. Can I give you 2 or 1? Those are some of the lead questions that can bridge the close. Number 3, step number 3, summarize benefits using tie-downs. Summarize the benefits using tie-downs. This is what you have been looking for. This is what you've been looking for. Something of that kind. When you do that, it will help you close the deal. Now let's talk about what we call the paperwork. The paperwork here, for example, in the case of insurance, normally if you are a sales lady or you are doing the insurance sales, there are some top tips that can help you close the deal faster, or that can help you lead the customer or lead the client into making a decision. And the decision here is the decision to buy or to purchase the product. Number 1 tip here, know your sales forms. Know the sales forms. Master the sales forms. Number 2, always carry spares. Always carry spares. Because even as you lead the client or as you lead the customer, you should be doing some scribble, doing some small writing. And as you're doing some small writing, you may not be having some spares to use now in the actual job of filling the form. Number 3 here, the client must sign the form. After helping the client to go through the form and filling the forms, after filling the form, the client must now fill the form and sign, make a sign by him or herself. How to maintain rapport while you complete the forms. How do you maintain a rapport? Well, number 1, make a joke of it. Make a joke, small joke at the form. Make some small jokes, some small fun. Number 2, look at the form together. Look at the form together. Go through the form together. Go through the form together. Check. Show the client. Go through it together. 3, ask the client if they would like to fill in the easy bits. Ask the client, are you able to fill these easy bits like your name, age, something of that kind? And this will maintain what you call the rapport. Test clauses. Now you want to see, have you closed the deal? You want to test clauses. How will you see that? Number 1, the choice technique. And then number 2, what you call the purposeful mistakes. You make just purposeful mistakes. Like the customer told you he needs 1. Then you come and tell the customer, can you buy 2? So that when you come next, have you said 2? Such like questions. This will help you gauge whether you have really closed the deal or you just been talking. If you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe to our channel and click to the notification bell so that anytime we upload a new video, you will be able to get more of the video and even learn more of these search ideas. Otherwise, see you in our next video.